Hey you guys, I decided I was going to do a video today, and in fact I've been planning on doing a video for about a week now, and like I've said before, sometimes life gets in the way, and that's what's happened with me this past week. And the video that I had planned for you guys was a spell, and here I go again, like I always do. At the last minute, something will come to me, and it's usually my goddess directing me in the direction that she sees fit for me to go in, and that's what's happened again today. So I won't be doing the video I had planned for you guys, but I will be doing that particular video very soon, probably within a few days' time. It was some spell work that was suggested to me to do by a very, very good friend, and I had to agree. It was something that I felt a great need to do and to share with you guys, but something overpowered that, and that was my goddess. And she tends to do that sometimes, but like I say, when she, calls to you, and when she points you in a specific direction, you should go, you should listen. And with that being said, I've already got a candle going, and it's just simply a yellow candle. It's a dollar store candle, and it's a candle that I've used quite a bit, and I just want to set an intention in this candle. And this intention is that the topic of this video that I'm about to tell you is something that has happened in my life, something that happened in my personal life, and I'm not going to get into the whole story of what happened, but I am going to use that as my theme for this video. And the theme is overcoming pain, overcoming hurt, and I'm speaking of emotional pain. So I'm simply going to set an intention in the candle, and that intention is that I know there's someone else out there, probably quite a few people out there, that's experiencing emotional pain, that has had to go through situations that were very painful, things that they felt like they may not be able to make it through. But the simple fact that this situation occurred, and then the very next day we woke up and we're here, that is saying a lot. That's saying that we overcame this hurtful situation. And that's my intention for today, is that we will continue to overcome whatever issue, whatever person, whatever thing, whatever situation that we have going on in our life that is causing us pain, that has hurt us, that has scared us, that has harmed us, that by us waking up the following day, we overcame. And that's our intention, to continue to overcome, to do so with courage, to do so with strength, to do so with newfound knowledge. And, if you would like to set your own intention, something a bit different, if you would like to set the same intention, I invite you to do so. You can simply look on the flame. You can speak your words aloud. You can think them to yourself. You can simply just look at the flame and, ask the goddess to show it to you as it needs to be revealed. And before I go any further, I've got an incense lit over here. And this is a coconut incense. And I chose the coconut incense mainly for the color, the yellow color. And you know, yellow signifies happiness, the same with our candle. But, you know, the coconut, it's got a warm, a rich, you know, it's, to me, coconut is comforting. You know, coconut is, you know, it makes you think of the beach, you know, the summer, you know. It takes you away to a faraway place, a better place. And, you know, I just kind of thought maybe it was a little fitting, you know, with what my theme for the video was. So I'm just going to clear our space, cleanse our space of any negativity, like I always do. And I suggest that you do it as well. But, you know, it doesn't have to be smoke. It doesn't have to be smudge. It can be, you know, sound. It can be spray. It can merely be, you know, your intention, you know, you thinking, you know, envision a white light, you know, around you, around your area. And that is cleansing. That is protective, you know. There's so many ways of cleansing, you know. You don't have to do as I do, you know. Follow your heart. Whatever you're drawn to do, whatever you feel the need to do, that is what's right for you. I just choose the incense because I'm drawn to it. I've always used them. I prefer them. And, you know, for me, they get the job done. And, you know, follow your heart, you know, whatever you're drawn to. And I'm going to place it right here, and I'm going to let it continue to burn in the background like always. And like I always do, I have a few stones. In fact, I've got quite a array of things going on here because I could not make up my mind. I brought my selenite wand because, you know, it's cleansing, and I just, for what I want to speak to you guys about, it's just, it feels like I can't cleanse my space enough because what I'm trying to speak on is something that happened to me, a personal situation that happened in my life, a very negative situation. And like I said, you know, I'm not gonna go into the details of it, but something happened that was outside of my control, something negative, something that hurt me emotionally, angered me. It just seemed to break my spirit a bit. It, you know, I felt like I was trying to drift into a depression because of this, you know, event. And, you know, luckily I called to the goddess, and I kind of like threw myself into my spell work, and, you know, I turned to my craft. And I also have a very dear friend that puts up with me, and I don't know how my friend puts up with me sometimes, but my friend does. And this particular person, you know, really helped me through this issue. And I hate to even say it, but I know I have a long way to go to deal with this, and, you know, I'm dealing with it daily, but, you know, we can overcome and we can rise above. We just have to believe in ourselves, believe that, you know, we can do it. Just like, you know, my little saying, if you believe, you will receive, you know, that is just so true in any and everything that we do, every aspect of our life, magical, you know, just day-to-day things that go on in, you know, every normal, average person's life. You know, you can take that and you can, you know, use it toward any aspect of life. It can be in your craft, it can be in your day-to-day activities, it can be in your job, it can be in your relationship. You can literally use that in any aspect of life, and I suggest that you do that. And I've got my amethyst tower, but I also use it as a wand when I do energy work, and I felt the need to bring it, so I grabbed it, and I'm just going to sit it here with us as we talk. And I've got my Twin Flame quartz crystal point. It's my most favorite stone of them all. I carry it with me every single day, everywhere I go. It's just near and dear to my heart. And I've also got this little teeny tiny rose quartz heart, and it complements my Twin Flame stone. So I guess you can put two and two together and figure out what the meaning behind this combo is for me. But it is what it is. And this particular stone always brings me comfort. It brings me happiness, love, anything that I desire as far as, emotionally feeling and needing. This stone does that. And it's because, I have an attachment to it, and it's because of a special someone in my life. But, that's what I wanted to point out to you guys. When you are going through something in your life, especially something negative or hurtful, it's okay to reach out to loved ones. It's okay to, use things for comfort. Just as, we eat comfort food, we can use things from our craft, for comfort. It can be something as simple as a teddy bear that you've had since childhood. If that brings you comfort, you grab that, hug it, squeeze it. You can't just curl up in a little ball and, sink into depression. And that's what I was trying to do. And I just feel like, I really don't know where I'm going with this video. I don't have all these great tips to give you to battle depression and to get over things. And I don't have like this great magic spell to do to make it all better. All I can do is just share some of my experience. And like I said, it is a personal experience, so I'm not going to, tell the ugly details of what happened, but I can share the emotional side of the experience with you. And I felt the need to do that. And that's what the God has placed upon my heart today, is to just sit down and talk with you and, just tell you that everyone has, bad things to happen. Just like that old saying, bad things happen to good people. It is so true. Sometimes there's no reason behind it, no reason, no rhyme. Shitty things just happen. That is the world we live in, And like I tell you, whenever I start a video and we're cleansing our space, negativity is always creeping around. It's around every little corner. It can get through any little teeny tiny crack, any little nook and cranny. Negativity is like a cockroach. It will just, wiggle its way on in. And I guess, sometimes in our everyday life when, we let our guard down, it happens. And, I'm big on cleansing, and I'm big on protection. And, I do things, out of habit. I do like every day, I literally do the same thing every day. I'm a creature of habit. I prefer to live, to work, this is what I'm going to do when I wake up. This is what I'm going to do after I get dressed. This is what I'm going to do. Just like my friends told me last night, my friends said that they break their day down into sections like morning, noon, and night, but just not morning, noon, and night, but morning. That's one section, but there's all the little components, that make up morning, and the same with noon, and the same with night. And, I was thinking, it sounds so simple, but maybe that's what I need to do instead of looking at the whole day, when I'm looking at the bigger picture and allowing myself to get overwhelmed, because I do that. I tend to worry and I tend to dwell on things. And then when something like this happens in my life, it just more or less, it takes over. And that's what I'm thinking of. Like 24/7, I'm thinking of what happened, and then I start the what if, or, if I hadn't have did this, or if I had have done this differently. Like, I always try to, think of a way that something bad has happened, like it's my fault. And, we all have our flaws, and we all have our good ways and our bad ways. That's the whole thing with, duality. There's always a positive and a negative of everything, of everyone, even, you as an individual, even as me. There's my good ways and my bad ways. And when I say it like that, it doesn't necessarily mean like I'm just a bad person, or I'm an evil person, or I'm out to hurt people or harm people. It's not that type of negative ways. It's more or less, harmful ways to myself, like I worry, I overthink, I'm always expecting the worst, and like I said, I don't want to get too deep into, my personal life. Not saying that I wouldn't share that with you guys, but just not at this moment. But I will say this much. I didn't have the best childhood, and I did experience several forms of abuse. And when someone goes through that, they can be a child, they can be an adult, it doesn't matter. But anytime you experience pain or trauma, in the past, and it's something that, cuts pretty deep, it stays with you. And you may forgive the person that did it, or you may feel like you have gotten over it, but it always stays with you. And sad to say, it shapes who we are. It shapes who we grow into. And, we can't change who we are, but we can better ourselves. We can heal, and no one is perfect, and I understand some things are just, they're unthinkable. Some things happen to people, and they're just, they're unthinkable. And everyone is different. Every situation is different. And for instance, I do know that, for instance, people that are abused, a lot of times victims grow up to become abusers. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm not saying that that's an excuse. I'm just saying that things that happen to us shape who we become, who we, are. And, that's one reason I feel the need to just talk in this video about emotions and past trauma, past pain, things like that. I just feel the need to just talk, and I know I'm probably all over the place, and, usually I try to, I'll meditate, and I'll sit down, and I'll kind of try to get my thoughts in order about what my video is themed on, but I didn't do that today. I had something lined up, as I said, but when I was getting ready to meditate, I was speaking to the goddess, and she just kind of, she threw this out there in front of me, and she was like, just talk, just share some of your thoughts, share some of your ideas, share some of your pain in hopes that maybe someone else can relate to it. And like I said, I don't have any tips to offer. I don't have no great magic spell to do to fix this. I can only just talk to you and share with you and let you know that you're not alone. Everyone experiences negative occurrences in their life. And like I said, recently I had something very bad to happen to me. And, you know, in the beginning I was like, I should have did this. I shouldn't have done this. You know, I was, you know, somehow trying to make it my fault, and it wasn't my fault. I was where I was supposed to be, and I was doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing, and the situation that happened, it happened because of a person. A person chose to do something that they shouldn't have done. And I don't know why they did it. I don't know what made them do it, but they done it. And it was nothing that I had, you know, done or said or, you know, anything of that nature. You know, it wasn't my fault. But in the beginning, I was trying to find a reason that it was my fault. And, you know, that's just like in everything. You know, just a few weeks ago I did some shadow work, and maybe I need to, you know, revisit that, you know, some shadow work, because I've always used shadow work to help heal. And, you know, you've got to accept, you've got to, you know, acknowledge, reflect, and then you can move forward in your healing, you know. But you've got to acknowledge, you know, whatever it is that is causing you pain. You've got to acknowledge it. Then, you know, you can reflect on it. You can think about it. You can think about what happened. You can think about how it's made you feel, what it's done to you, you know. And once you reflect on it, then you can act on it. You can figure out what it is that you need to do. You know, accept it. It's happened. It's over. It's done. It's, you know, you can't change the past. Accept it. And then figure it out. You know, if there's something you can do that'll help you, you know, therapy, or just talk it out with a friend, you know, write in a journal. For me, I just kind of threw myself into my craft, you know, spell work, and I find it for myself, you know, when I'm trying to heal, you know, personally myself, when I'm trying to heal, I heal through helping others heal. And, you know, like I said, everyone's different. Some people paint, some people write, some people, you know, don't talk about it. Some people do talk about it. But, you know, you can't bottle everything up all the time. You've got to talk to someone. You know, if you have a best friend, if you have a significant other that you can talk to, you know, talk to them. And, you know, if you don't have an actual person that you can talk to, cry out to your goddess. You know, she is the mother goddess, you know, just like a mother that is, you know, taking care of her child and, you know, comforting her child. You know, she's our mother goddess. Cry out to her. And if that isn't what you feel you need to do, you know, take yourself out into nature. Nature is very, very healing. Nature is cleansing. It's grounding. For instance, you know, please don't think I'm crazy, you guys, but I can go out into the woods or just out in nature, and I talk to nature. I will talk to trees. I will talk to, you know, I will talk to the universe. I will talk to animals. You know, I will just talk. You know, just don't bottle it up. And like I said, I really have no idea where this video was supposed to go or where it did go, but I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about emotions, and I just wanted to tell you, you know, even though I didn't go into the details of it, something very painful happened to me recently, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm still healing from it, but one day at a time. You know, you can't just curl up in a little ball and die. You know, you can't. You can't, like, I tried to just shut myself up in my bedroom because I felt safe. I felt, you know, like I was a turtle in a shell, you know. I felt protected. I felt safe. And my friend told me, you know, you can't do that. You've got to get out there and immerse yourself into the world. You cannot do that. And I just wanted to share, you know, some of what I dealt with and some of what, you know, helped me out a bit. And, you know, just to tell you that I'm still, you know, trying to heal. I'm still trying to deal with this. And, you know, maybe in the future we'll do a video, you know, about past pain, trauma, and maybe I can open up and, you know, tell you guys a little bit of my childhood in hopes that you will understand and you will see, and maybe it will help someone else out there. But for now, I'm going to leave it like it is, and I just wanted to tell you guys, I hope I said something that, you know, someone out there may have resonated with. And I wanted to tell you guys, you know, much love, and as always, if you believe, you will receive. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.